You see, in the ancients, when our great-great-grandfather came into this land, what did they do? They do cultivations, they plant their own weeds, their own food. They stay with the family, happy family, everybody looking after each other, share whatever they have. And they're so happy, no problem. They build a house, you see. And when time changes, you see the whole thinking process change. It has been replaced by what? Monetary, money, cash. And it has been doctrinated in school that you should study, you should earn a living, you should blah blah blah. And thus we are drifting away from the real nature of our life. We can't really find happiness nowadays. You look at the family units nowadays. Why there's so much disharmony in the family? Because the parents don't do their duty anymore. Because they're indulgent in sensual pleasure. You see, people are running away to get more money to pay for a house. Whereas last time you built your own house. You plant your own food. You got all the time at home with your family people. And you got a warm family. But nowadays, how come we have so much thing, yet the whole society is going to crumple. People is getting more and more educated, but getting more and more, making things more difficult to live in. Why? Last time so simplified. You look at life, so simplified. People are so simple-minded, not so cunning. Nowadays, we have all this crazy law, crazy thing coming out. And they so-called law and order. You look at it. We're making harder and harder for people to live. I don't understand. But this is the world of craving. Because people with defilement rules. That's the problem. With people with calmness, people with compassion rules, there's no problem. They will know how to simplify things, to make things easy for people. Nowadays, you look at the whole thing, more and more difficult, more and more hurdles, red tapes coming out. And they say happiness, prevention. Just look at the whole thing. Why we want to make things difficult? Why we want to make life so hard for people to live in? Why? Because there's a complication of the mind. Because we're drifted from the true value of living, of life. I like to bring back to ancient lifestyle. A lot of people say, this is not workable. I always protest and contest. You speak as though your shit have different smell from the ancient shit. Human being are human being. What changes? It's just the things of doing the way we do things. And this is what happened. Life going to be harder. You look at people. Last time people can have house easily been bought. Nowadays, people working double shift and yet cannot acquire. Because why? They have placed their hope on the monetary gains. The money is the one. The rich is all who control this thing. And this is the truth. But people don't like to hear. Right? Why I want to bring up this thing? Because the more I look at it, people are really crazy running after this paper and yet they don't find happiness. They have a family, they got big house, but nobody stay. Who stay? The maid. The maid stay. They hire a maid to stay and the maid like the boss. So nice. And this rich, so-called rich people own so many houses, so proud. But the way I look at them, they're stupid. Just a slave. Just a slave to their external thing. And they say happiness. Where got happiness? Got house, cannot stay. Got all the good food, cannot enjoy. Every day, running here, running there, like a crazy bum like that. And they say, oh, very successful, oh, very, what is it all about? So the minute we look at it, it's quite fun how people going crazy, running after external things, and yet they are so proud of it. Right? In the end, they thought they never die. And they die like, they start to regret. They have got so many houses, they got the son, the daughter, everything. But who can help you to absorb the pain you're suffering now? Lying on the bed. Can they help you to absorb? No. Anyone coming to visit you to give you words of courage? No. Because the society has been engaging in crazy things outside there. No moral teaching has been implemented in the system. And this is the society we're heading. The whole world is going to a doom if we don't have this moral support. And people are so proud. They look at it and think, oh, it's crazy. But what to do? We leave them alone. We just share this type of sharing within our group. And some might agree, some might not agree. But we got to tell the truth. This is the truth. You see? We got food. You see, people sell away the land. Then they invest on something else. They have land. They sold away. Then they go and change the money. But money can devalue. Like got one devotee. He worked so hard as a teacher his whole life. Keeping his money, buying share. He said, if I retire, I will have a big sum of money. I can release my money, blah, blah, blah. The day he retired, boom, the money devalued. He almost shocked to death. All his dream is just like crushed in a split second. Devalue. That's it. But if you were to hold to the old value, you have land, you build your own house, you do your own thing. No problems. Yes, the society may not be so sophisticated, so-called sophisticated. You see, your sensory gain will be so crazy nowadays. You got no time for yourself. But if you will be like 50 years back, a lot of times, because why? Life is so relaxed. Life is not taxing. You got a lot of time for yourself. Nowadays, what people got no time? They don't even have time. Because their mind engrossing, thinking of external thing all the while. That's crazy. That's crazy, totally crazy. Right? This is a thought, food for thoughts. Yeah? It's a sharing, right? Yeah? Sharing from this crazy monk. Because we think about the whole thing. Yeah. Same thing. We do things I always say, we can be engrossed in doing things, but within this parameter, we don't go externally. Then we don't have problem. Then we have more time for ourselves. If not, if you're engaging too much, this will be the problem externally. You got no time for ourselves, and at the end of the day, when we're at our deathbed, we're going to die, we will regret, oh shit, I didn't do any cultivation at all. All my life wasted. You see, the people out there, same thing. The only thing that, I got a house for my son, yeah, okay, I got this for my daughter, okay. They're happy of that material thing, you see. But for us, we cannot do that. You see, especially when we are aiming for spiritual gain, we should cultivate more on how to subdue our defilements, our great hatred delusions. And that's why we are here. That's why we are here for the practice. We are here to hear the sharing of the Dharma, food for thoughts, right? Of back to the nature, back to the nature. Why the Buddha saying back to the nature, back to the nature? It's the nature of the mind, the nature of simplicity in livings. This is the real happiness you can find within yourself. If we cannot develop the happiness within ourselves, our mind, even we sit and meditate, thinking, planning, boom, do not go away. Yeah? In the end, nothing. It's only thinking and planning. We don't develop samadhi, don't talk about wisdom. It's only the worldly thing only. But internally, we cannot do anything. Yeah. So be careful. Be careful. Huh? Be careful. And that'll be the sharing for today.